phone. It's my phone. You're in my building. Oh, yeah. She also was saying like, cause I don't give a who you are. I don't give a who you are.
She spit on me and called me a racist. That's what a Beverly Hills security guard testified. Under oath. While Cardi B, draped in diamonds and fire, sat stone-faced in court. The accusation? That Cardi sliced her face and spat at her in a fit of rage. Pop star turned alleged assailant. Another headline in a career defined by chaos. But this isn't just another celebrity courtroom circus. Because Cardi B was never built to be polite. She came into the game swinging raw, loud, fearless, and the industry embraced it. Until it didn't. Now every gesture becomes a weapon. Every scream a scandal. Every trial a war not just against the law, but against the image she was never meant to control. Is she unhinged or finally honest? This isn't the story of how Cardi B became famous. It's the story of what happens when fame tries to tame the untamable and loses. Cardi B was never subtle. She didn't tiptoe into fame. She stormed into it in 6-inch heels and unfiltered Bronx Spanish, laughing loud and rapping louder. Before the diamonds, before the Grammys, before the courts, there was Belcalis Marleni's Almanzar, a girl from the Highbridge neighborhood of the Bronx who stripped to survive, not to seduce. She wasn't crafted by a PR team or discovered in a YouTube fairy tale. She forced her way into the spotlight, armed with nothing but wit, rage, and a phone camera. Her rise was electric. Not because she followed the rules, but because she broke them with joy. On Instagram, she was hilarious, raunchy, brilliant. On stage, she was a force. Bodak Yellow wasn't just a hit. It was a warning shot to every gatekeeper in the industry. A woman like her doesn't knock. She kicks the damn door in. Suddenly, she was everywhere. Red carpets, award shows, magazine covers. She became the first female rapper in nearly 2 decades to top the Billboard Hot 100 as a solo artist. But while her fans screamed, "Cardi's winning," few noticed the cost. Because while the world celebrated her rise, it also watched her under a microscope, waiting. Waiting for the misstep, the meltdown, the moment to declare her too much. And slowly, that moment came. She wasn't just raw. She was aggressive. Not just honest, dangerous. The same mouth that made her millions became ammunition for tabloids. The same rage that made her real became a liability. And the same industry that fed on her story began to write her downfall, one headline at a time. At first, Cardi's fury was her fuel. She didn't tone herself down to be accepted. She doubled down to be heard. Every red carpet moment, every Instagram rant, every curse-filled acceptance speech. It wasn't branding. It was survival. But survival has a time limit in the public eye. The same internet that crowned her queen of real soon turned sour. When she hurled her shoe at Nicki Minaj during a New York Fashion Week gala, fans called it iconic. But when she defended herself in a courtroom over a club brawl, they called her criminal. The line between empowerment and too much blurred fast, especially for a woman who never fit the mold. Then came WAP, a cultural explosion. Women hailed it as sexual liberation. Critics saw it as vulgar excess. But for Cardi, it was another battlefield. Art or ammunition, expression or exploitation. As lawsuits piled up, album delays stretched on, and her public image fractured, Cardi began to lose something even more dangerous than fame, control. Her rage, once a rally cry, became a red flag. Her words, once celebrated, now dissected in courtrooms and comment sections. And her fans, once loyal to her fire, began to ask if she was burning too hot to follow. Each scandal didn't just stain her image. It chipped away at the myth that Cardi B could keep winning on her own terms forever. Because in the eyes of fame, there's only one thing worse than being fake, being uncontrollably real. Here's the part no one dares to say aloud. Cardi B didn't fall. She was never allowed to stand still. The same system that applauded her rise, unpolished, unfiltered, unafraid, was always ready to pull the rug the moment she tripped. Her voice was praised for being raw, until it roared in courtrooms. Her attitude was empowering, until it broke the mold of what a female star was supposed to be. The headlines don't care if she's angry or exhausted. They don't care if she's provoked. They only care that Cardi B sells, and scandal sells better than success. Every court appearance, every fight, every live-streamed rant becomes another bite-sized piece of her, served to an audience that once claimed to love her authenticity, now foaming at the mouth for her destruction. And here's the dark twist. Cardi didn't change. The performance did. The Cardi we see now isn't a meltdown. It's a mirror reflecting exactly what fame does to women like her. Loud, brilliant, and impossible to market neatly. Women who won't shrink to fit the frame. When she shows vulnerability, she's mocked. When she shows strength, she's attacked. When she shows rage, she's branded unstable. So what's left? A woman forced to be perfect in chaos. A mother dragged into courtrooms. An artist who's no longer allowed to create without a disclaimer. This isn't about Cardi B's mistakes. It's about a culture that demands spectacle, then punishes the spectacle it gets. And in that machine, there's no room for rest. Only noise and fire and fallout. At Hidden Fame, we don't see Cardi B as a celebrity meltdown. We see her as the inevitable outcome of a system that rewards volatility, then punishes it the moment it stops being profitable. Cardi didn't rise because she played the game. She rose because she shattered it. She didn't wear masks. She didn't rehearse her image. She put it all out there. The rage, the laughter, the scars, the grit. And for a while, the world said, "Thank you," called her brave, real, refreshing. But only as long as her chaos was entertaining. The moment it got inconvenient, when the court cases got messy, when the fights got personal, when the pain stopped being performative, those same cheers turned to whispers. She's out of control. She's over. She's dangerous. But Cardi isn't dangerous. She's unmanageable. And for an industry obsessed with control, that's far more threatening. We believe Cardi B isn't spiraling. There was a time when Cardi B was just a girl with chipped nails, a flip phone, and a laugh that echoed through Instagram like a war cry. She didn't need a record label. She didn't need approval. Just her voice, her story, and a little Wi-Fi. Back then, it felt like Cardi was ours. Unpolished, unfiltered, undeniable. She danced. She joked. She fought. But she was free. And maybe that's what hurts the most now. Watching someone who built her empire on truth slowly drown in distortion. Because the Cardi we see today isn't gone. She's just harder to hear beneath the headlines. The court dates, the clickbait, the public dissection of a life lived too loudly. Fame gave her a microphone, but took away the room. Now every word echoes back as judgment. Still, somewhere beneath the smoke and lawsuits, there's a girl from the Bronx who never asked to be a role model, only to be real. And maybe that's what makes Cardi B unforgettable. She never asked for your permission. She never begged for your forgiveness. She just kept showing up, flawed, fiery, and fully herself. Because in a world obsessed with perfection, Cardi B was the chaos we didn't know we needed, and the warning we refused to hear.